guys. I don't know because they usually there it goes. Hey guys, and go to jump back in with us. He said we come back if we're winning, but it looks like one of the best comebacks in ECU's history. So we're going to watch you guys with you. Feel free to comment or anything, but I know you're probably watching it right with us.
First and goal
Yeah,
from the 3.
here we go.
Ahlers.
4 chances to get it in. Holton takes it. Oh, pitches it. Flag in the end zone. Put it on the 2.
Yeah, the problem is if we score right now, a minute's a long time for Marshall.
Oh yeah, this is forever for Marshall. This is forever for them.
Hope this isn't holding. Oh, good.
Yeah, put it on the 2.
Yep.
It's been funny to watch the comments from the Marshall fans from going from pure joy the whole game to like utter shock.
Right. I think it's been fun. I think for me, the biggest thing that I like about this is that you're really seeing a lot of ECU fans either eat their words or stand strong.
Look, I've been having to eat my words on Twitter. I ain't gonna lie. You can go look at my feed right now, and I ain't gonna be embarrassed. I'd rather eat my words and win.
First and goal. Ahlers going to keep it himself.
Let the clock go. Let the clock go.
May not have gotten anything there.
Good call.
But to your point,
Good call. That's a
They
good.
got they got 2 timeouts.
You've got to use a timeout
Yeah.
now if you're Marshall.
And the best thing about it is that we just
Yeah, there you go. Okay. So that's exactly
the best thing about this right now is that they do have 2 timeouts, but it's second down. So if they use this next timeout after a third down,
Yeah.
or after the second down, it'll be third down, and we can do whatever on that third down.
I mean, but as we're waiting for here, let's just look at Holton Ahlers, 331 yards, 2 touchdowns in the air, 1 on the ground already. I mean, eat my words, honestly. I was calling for Garcia after we were down, in the third quarter.
Yeah, I try to avoid Twitter during the game because I don't want to say anything, but also I also don't want to read anything and get the emotion.
I know what's going to happen. Well, I shouldn't say no, but in my mind, what's going to happen? He's going to look at that tweet after the game and be like, "That guy's an idiot," and I hope he will tell me that in the next press conference. You're an idiot. It won't hurt my feelings.
Right.
But there it is. I don't want to give it away because you're a little bit behind me on the live feed. So I think we should run it here up the middle.
Okay. So that's the prediction. Run up the middle. Is it Holton or Raja?
Raja. It's a very cheating prediction.
Okay.
All right, so now it's up to the.
Hey, Jarman was in there. There goes my tight end, Jarman.
Dude. I'll talk to you later about him in the after. It's funny. I spoke to him before the game started.
Okay.
You got a really good job by Jamari Edwards.
And the other tight end. Hold on. I sent a message. Hold on. I tell you about Joseph. Joseph sent me a message. The Samson guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I took a picture of him at the game last week. And he was just so excited, like, to see himself online. He's like, hey, hit me. And I was like, we love the tight ends here. If you ever want to come on and
yeah.
I think he thinks I'm crazy, but I didn't, him and the other tight ends. But man, number 80, man, he is. I mean, just things of legends tonight.
Oh yeah.
And I'll say at the beginning of the year, you were riding high on Calhoun, man. So I mean. 8 catches.
Well, I was riding high more on Jones from Oklahoma. I thought him.
Yeah, you're the one that talked about the tight ends at all getting just involved.
Yeah.
That was a good call.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I was thinking this just a minute ago. I think Donnie Kirkpatrick is being very meticulous with adding things to the playlist. I think the first game kind of bare bones. Second game opened it up a little bit with some trickery. I think this week's game is when he finally was like, all right, now we're going to focus on getting the tight end involved because they've never seen it.
Can you see my bald spot from pulling my hair out from Donnie Kirkpatrick in this game? I mean, now it comes down. It just comes down to the defense here.
Right.
So, yeah, they got one. They'll have one timeout, and let's see where they start. I hope you don't kick it to them.
Yeah, I honestly squib kick it kind of short. Nah, man.
Okay, well I'll take that too.
Yeah, I'll take that too. But I definitely wanted a squib kick, kind of get it on the ground, get that clock rolling a little bit during the kick.
But I think I'm going to get. I shouldn't say this, but I think I just got a warning because I'm on Twitter. I'm reading this now because I said apparently targeting isn't being called time to headhunt for ECU, and I got it reported.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you know this. I'm blocked from the American football official Twitter page after the Tulsa game last year, and so I've never gotten back on good graces.
Yeah, I definitely feel like they definitely missed that call for CJ Johnson on that sideline.
Yeah, that was a crazy call, but here's what it is. Oh, great! This is making me nervous.
Yeah, we're gonna have to play contain on those sidelines. We're gonna have to contain on those sidelines.
So I mean, your secondary's got to step. He's got to keep him out of the end zone. That's all we have to do. Out of the end zone.
Second down and 2.
There we go. Plaster, man.
Gosh.
What were you looking for, guy? Come on now. Come on now.
DJ Ford makes the tackle. And
Marshall
Marshall
hit it. I mean, got him down. That could have been bad.
ECU calls timeout.
Timeout, yeah. 39 seconds. I mean, it's just going to be a nail biter.
And listen to this crowd.
Well, we talked about those zones, and this is a matchup.
I mean, I get the zone defense there, but how do you let someone get behind you?
DJ Ford.
I don't know. I mean, that's what I was saying at the snap of the ball. Just plaster to the man, like put your hand on his hip and you follow wherever he goes. Like, don't let him away from you.
Yeah, I don't. And the speed for Marshall has surprised me in this game.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I didn't think that Marshall was that fast. I didn't think the receivers were this fast.
Yeah, I thought maybe Navy would slow, but that's the majority of the film I watched. I didn't even care about Central. So I am surprised at them.
And I also think that our secondary has not played with the speed that I think that they have. I think they haven't really, run full speed too many times.
Yeah, I agree. I was getting nervous.
I
thought we were going to have him there for a second.
Get him. Come on.
Finds almost overthrown. Looking for Gamage there, who's had a spectacular day with 171 yards and 7 catches. But again, that was a little high.
I'm telling you, man, this is killing me.
Underneath Sartor, and then you have Bivens who closes in.
36 seconds left. I would love just to see a pick right here.
Ball security when you're Wells. Remember, Wells is
if they're going to put it in the air, you might want to make them pay for it at this point.
Yeah.
I don't like the blitz I'm seeing unless they send Bruce Bivens. That's the only guy I want to see sent on this blitz right here. And they do it on the outside, it looks like. Nope.
Let's see. Looking up top. Oh, he left his man up top. Oh, there's a safety. Oh, that made me nervous.
Thank you so much, number 9. I don't know some of these players, to be honest with you, on defense.
They're playing a little bit of a too deep zone, so the safety's going to come over.
Is that Nolan Johnson, I think?
No, Nolan Johnson's 20.
Okay.
I don't know who number 9 is, and I feel terrible.
Yeah, I feel bad now. But
that's the joy going live.
And not having the roster right in front of us like they do on TV.
Marshall fans on their feet. 3rd down and 10 for the Thundering Herd. Wells over the
sit the whole house. 4th down.
4th down. This is it.
Clock's still going. Are they going to call a timeout? What do they do?
Hilarious if they accidentally clocked it.
I think that's what he's looking to do. He definitely had his hands going for a clock.
4th and 1. Was that 12 seconds left? Yeah.
Well, you've got a different situation now. We'll talk about it here in a second.
Marshall, this is a 30-second charge. Timeout. Please reset the game clock.
To be honest with you, I don't care about the 1st down. We've got to protect the end zone.
Just the end zone. I'm not going to be defensive coordinator. I'd rush 3 and put everyone back. I'd have 2 people on every receiver.
Well, I don't know if I would do that because they do have Ali in there. If Ali stays in there and he gets a nice inside run, I still want to have Bruce Bivens, sitting right there, ready for him, kind of playing spy on him. But other than that,
the last time out because he was about to spike the ball.
Yeah, I wish he'd have spiked the ball. That'd have been hilarious.
oh, that would have been gold. That would have been
And
gold.
it comes down to a 4th and 1.
Now, one thing I will say, if you're ECU, all you have to do is protect that back line. So you don't want to give a lot of
Yeah, it's just like the announcer
opportunity
just said,
here. So what
protect
I
the
mean by
back line,
protect
yeah.
the back line back here. You want to protect back there and make
I say
everything
rush
come in
for-
front of you. That's the key.
Comes down to this 4th 1, converted.
Come on.
And
Keep him
out
in
of
bounds,
goes
man.
Rasheen
The clock
Ali,
didn't start,
picking up
did
the
it?
first
It was at 12
down
seconds.
on a
Is it?
11 seconds now to
I
work.
don't know. It seems odd. They're going to have to look at that.
Possible.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Houston, I'm definitely getting to look at that because that was about 2-3 seconds.
At all costs. And that was Gambit who had the block up top.
Number 7. 11 seconds left.
But
Marshall
they're not, I
trailing by
guess they're not going to look at it.
Coach calls timeout.
Oh, there is a timeout. Yep. It was odd. Only 1 second to run off of that.
Yeah, that was weird.
So you
I don't
compound and be aggressive.
I don't think that was just 1 second.
Offensive coordinator, Blake Corral.
Yeah, so somebody just said in the comments on the game that the clock it was just 1 second.
Defense in FCS football at Citadel back in 2017.
Man, a sack here would be amazing.
Down in this area, we've seen it a little bit.
Oh yeah, especially a good sack where you sack and then you don't jump up. Don't
Yeah,
jump
stay
up.
down.
You know.
My thing is, though, I don't even want to say this now, but like at this point right now, can you really like anything that happens? You still got to just be in awe of the offense of coming back in the fourth quarter, just not hanging their heads. Holt Naylor's hanging in there, and I want to go delete some tweets.
And to be honest with you, I mean, I'm giving credit to the defense because when I thought that the floodgates were open and the defense wasn't stopping them again, defense got a couple stops.
Well, they gave up 628 yards. That's a tough.
Looking
Intercepted at the 1. Jaquan McMillan. Like
Yeah,
I said,
I'm on a delay because I'm trying to watch a review. I'm all about it, man.
first
Saquon
team
McMillan. Dude,
First team
dude,
all
that,
defense for the conference
that
for me.
dude has had a monster 2 games and did not get rewarded last game. I hate he did. But the problem is on the 1 yard line,
And this Marshall crowd
you gotta run it once. But this is
Yeah,
amazing. This is
oh,
one
I
of
mean
the-
you only have to run it once. That's really the thing.
let's be real. This is one of the greatest games really in the last 6
He
7
lands in
years.
the end zone, so do they call that a touchback?
The 1 yard line.
Catch balls. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I think he's on the half-yard line.
Yeah, it's kind of tic-tac depending on where.
Even if you take the safety, and now there's a flag,
You can't go to the well too often.
Probably for excessive celebration.
half the distance, so now you're on the 4-inch line. So even if you take the safety there, you still have to punt the ball back. That should take a couple of seconds off the clock.
I think safety. I think what you do is you snap the ball, you run around in the end zone, and take that safety that way. It's 6
I'm
seconds.
not- I'm about just quarterback sneak, push the pile as hard as you can. But if you get a safety, that's fine.
Right? Yeah.
Man, these are the best unsportsmanlike conducts.
He tried to get it all in one play.
I think this is exactly what we needed after last week, and I wish it would have happened last week. But man,
Dude, do you know how different the season would have looked being 2-1 right now with the wins over South Carolina and Marshall? Do
crazy.
you think this is the signature win for Houston? Or there we go. Oh, throw as hard as you can down the field. I didn't think about that. That runs
And
the
time
clock out.
expires, so yeah, that's good. Yeah, I think, man, that was a good game. That's the first thing I want to say. That was a good game. I think that for me, I say if we were 2-1 after, or I think in terms of if this is going to be a signature win, I definitely think so.
I think for this season, the way it was going, it's definitely gets Houston a little bit of breathing room a little bit. But now that sets you up for. I'm not trying to count my eggs before they hatch, but now we look like we're 2-2 going into conference play, and that's a lot more stomachable than 1-3.
Right, that's a lot more stomachable. Hey, Pirates win. Yeah, we like it just like that. Pirates win. I think this is honestly probably about 30, 45 minutes ago. I was like, man, ECU did it again. Second half lost. Like the first half was a decent first half where we could have just put a foot on the gas in the second half and won it. And it looked like it was going to be another one of those kind of games.
Man, yeah, Doug, I'm so glad the Pirates won. I was sitting here about 30 minutes ago thinking, what are we going to talk about on Thursday? Another crushing loss. We played great in the first half, couldn't put two halves together. What's going on? And just the fourth quarter, man, that just gets me so pumped, man. That fourth quarter was one for the eight. That reminds me of like the Steve Logan years where I never felt like we were out of any game. Even the Ruffin McNeil years, no game was really out of hand. But I'm just looking at the stats for tonight and just some behind the scenes guys that me and Josh talked about. We weren't going to go live if we lost because no one's going to want to hear it. And so I'm so glad to be live now. But we gave up 646 yards of total offense, but we outscored Marshall 21-0 in the fourth quarter.
Right.
That's insane.
That's the thing that for me, if anyone would have ever told me that we were going to outscore Marshall 21-0 in a quarter, I would have believed it.
Any quarter. I mean,
21-17. Okay, cool. Okay, we did it. But 21-0, and especially in the fourth quarter, ECU, in my experience with ECU, again, this is my seventh year really with ECU. I never saw a good fourth quarter. Never really saw a good fourth quarter like that. I think maybe NC State game.
I would say in the Coach Mo years, that 30, I think it was 33-31, but not overtime.
30, yeah,
something like that. Yeah, that was a good fourth quarter. I'm looking at the final stats. Holton Ahlers 30 for 49, 368, 2 touchdowns in the air, 1 on the ground. Tyler Snead 1 for 2, 27 yards, another touchdown. His quarterback rating is the highest in the nation right now, I believe. I have to look at that. Mitchell, 14 carries, 135 yards. They said in the game that Harris and Mitchell are like lightning and thunder. Beautiful tonight. Harris, I know he's going to be not happy with 34 yards, but he bruised him up the middle all night. You know what I mean? Yeah. But a touchdown apiece for Mitchell and Harris is a good deal. And I'm excited to say I'm finally in the fourth quarter. The trick plays a little bit, but I'm watching Holt now do his interview. I'm not listening to him, but I'm sure he's excited. I'm sure he's going to be big man on campus on Monday. But I'm finally excited to see getting your playmakers in the game, getting the ball to Snead and CJ. Although CJ had a terrible game, in my opinion, some drop balls and stuff, but he then got injured. But he super duper picked it up after he came back. Amatosha had a career game, 5 catches, 70 yards. Calhoun, new favorite player on campus now, 8 catches, 114 yards, touchdown. Tyler Snead a touchdown. Holton Ahlers, the was that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth leading receiver. Holton Ahlers.
I think one thing that stands out for me is on the receiving side, ECU had 8 different receivers today, including Holton, and Marshall had 8 as well. But the spread on ours, Josiah Hatfield's the only one with 2, and everybody else had 3 or more receptions. And I think ECU finally was able to kind of spread the ball out. Calhoun had 8 catches today, like you said. I think that's kind of that would definitely blow some people's minds that he'd be our leading receiver. But yeah, I think this is a great showing for ECU's offense in terms of passing the ball, running the ball. I think we still did a pretty good job overall.
Yeah, I'm looking at their schedule coming up after Charleston Southern, Tulane at home. I feel that's a good game. Then it gets real. It's UCF and Houston back to back on the road. So it's glad to pick up this win now. I was trying to look back. Oh, there we go. I'm looking at the wrong game. Trying to figure out. That's what I thought. Not a catch last game for number 80. No catches against in South Carolina. So it's crazy how big he stepped up.
Right.
No catches. I'm trying to look back at App State. If he had a catch that game too. no catches that game too. So just big way to step up and I'm getting messages now.
So I just want to let you know, if anybody's on Instagram and you don't follow Rajay Harris, you're missing out on the locker room experience right now. He just been live on Instagram, and it is an amazing. It looks like an amazing atmosphere in that locker room right now.
So I'm seeing that too. I need to get on Instagram, but my internet is really. I'm probably tapped out. But I'm looking on Twitter too. I put up there, I'm sorry for everything negative I've said tonight. I was wrong, and it is blowing up right now.
Let me see if I can pull this up. Hold on, let me see.
He's a trip, man. What was it someone put up there? It says, so I came. Oh, I don't even know who this is. Check on your Marshall friends. They're hurting right now.
Oh yeah. If I was a Marshall fan right now, I think this would probably be the most painful loss. Well, last year they had 3 losses they shouldn't have had. So I'm not sure if this would be that painful, but
well, this is their year. They're picked to finish at the top of their division in the Conference USA conference. You know, I expected them to win the conference championships. Not saying they won't. I mean, but they're not a bad team, as we saw for 94% of this game. They dominated us.
Yeah. Let me see. ESPN normally has a like percentage chance of winning type thing on there.
I know at the beginning of this game, Yahoo, I know it's not ESPN, but Yahoo had Marshall a 90% chance of winning.
Right. Let's see. Let me see if they got it up yet.
I will tell you too, for the I know we're rambling a little bit, but for the casual fan who maybe just joining in or something, any road win, I don't care who it is, how far you were back, came back, whatever the situation is, a big deal in college football. Hard to win on the road. So it's a big deal. Congratulations to the guys. I just can't get over how they didn't give up, how they just kept fighting, especially in the fourth quarter. I was going to look at that. They got outscored in the third quarter, I think 14-0. Yeah, 14-0. In all intents and purposes, it was over. You know, just But just I hope that's going to be the jumping point. And I thought this last year with SMU, it's going to lead into it, but I'm hoping this is the turning point. I hope we have a big game next week against Charleston Southern. I'm hoping, to be honest with you, one of those 56-0 wins and no injuries and get out of there, and then have a big crowd on October the 2nd. It's going to be a big game.
Oh, yeah. I think next week's game, especially with it being family weekend, I think that's going to be another one of those good games where ECU kind of is able to put down a team that we should put out, but also a game that, you know, really fires up the crowd, fires up the fan base a little bit more, you know?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, let's see. What was the worst there?
So the worst, we were 96% chance of losing. And then the pass to Audie for 11 yards, but it was that pass interference, and then it just shot up. I mean, it shot up after that. Then that 1st and goal with the run. And after that, ESPN was on our side after that one.
Man, I mean, but that's why I love college football. Any given Saturday, man, just it could go for you. But
right.
The possession, man, that's what's killing. I'm looking down there at the possession. I didn't realize it in the first half. We were like plus 4 minutes of possession in the first half, and that kind of aggravated me to be down by 3 at halftime and have so much more possession. But then to end the game with a good 12 minutes more possession time. I mean, that's a hats off to the defense as well, getting off the field.
Oh yeah, I think that this first down statistic is kind of misleading a little bit because Marshall didn't really get a lot of first downs because they had so many explosive plays based on their field position, but I still think that's a good number right there. 27 first downs. I mean, if we can have 25 to 30 first downs a game, that's usually giving us a good chance to win right there.
Let me ask you your opinion on this. If we played this game last year, and I hate to say it because there was no fans in COVID, but if we could play this game last year with last year's team, do we win this game on the road?
On the road, no. It was scheduled to be at home, and with the team last year, I think it could have been close at home with no fans. But if it was this team, if it was last year's team but away, absolutely not.
Yeah, I'm thinking, and so when people ask me where's the improvement, and honestly, this season it's been hard pressed to say, hey, we're improving. You can see it on the field. But now that South Carolina game doesn't look as bad. I didn't even check on their score. I need to do that. Now that doesn't look so bad, although that should have been a win. And I don't want it to come down to what could have been. I hope we get to 6 wins, but I hate to get to 5 wins when we look back at that South Carolina game. But I think tonight is the big thing that Coach Houston supporters will hang their hats on. Hey, here's the improvement. Look at the Marshall game. Look at the second half. Look at the fourth quarter of the Marshall game. Obviously, we're improving. I don't think we would have won this game last year, and I guarantee we wouldn't have won this game 2 years ago. There's no way.
Yeah, Igo just let us know that this is the biggest fourth quarter comeback since the 1992 Peach Bowl. And checking in on the South Carolina game, Georgia is up 40-6.
Hey, that's about
with
what
4 minutes
right?
left, and South Carolina's punting the ball.
Man, the only thing I hate about this game is if you noticed at the end there, the game, there's only 11,000 people watching this on Facebook. And I know that people say, well, there's bars and restaurants showing the game too, but Facebook is not, it was easy for me because I'm old, but Facebook, I wish it was over many platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, maybe the CBS website, maybe we got more eyeballs on it. But I think, it's going to be some good highlights on ESPN, but I just wish more people could have seen it live.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that I'm going to be bothered by a lot with Conference USA in the next few years, because they do have that contract with CBS Sports that allows these games on Facebook, and it's like Facebook is just you have to have an account. Like it's not like your ESPNs where okay, there's so many things on ESPN, or this even if it was just on the CBS Sports app, like. Enough people would have that to where you could boost the numbers a little bit. But I mean, football fans that want to watch the game and have a screen to do that with for Facebook, I mean, that is a real small market.
Yeah, so you got my interest. I'm looking up right now. I watched the entire Thursday night football game on my phone because I don't get the NFL Network, and so I'm looking up what they pull on just the app on the phone, what they do. Let's see what they say. Okay, so for the Thursday night football game, there was 7.9 million viewers, and it does not break it down. Let's see. Oh, there it is. I had to click on the article. Yeah, they had 534,000 people watching it on the app. You know what I mean? Oh, and we lost Josh. He probably having some technical difficulty. But it's just a great night. I'll see if he can get back in a second. But I wish there was another way. But if that's the most upsetting thing tonight, that's a good night to hang your hat on that we didn't have enough viewers. There he comes. Hey, you are, man. I don't know if you called it. I just said that I just found it on the Thursday Night Football NFL. I know you're not comparing apples to apples, but they had 537,000 people watch it on the Yahoo Sports app, mobile app. And I can't remember. I just had it up. And an increase of 37% watched it on the NFL stream on the NFL Network. And so I wish they could have done it that way. Had it on the CBS website as a stream, maybe on an app. That's more conducive, and then Facebook is fine. I don't know what they probably have some sort of agreement with Facebook, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's probably kind of like how our old contract was with ESPN, where where we would end up on CBS Sports whenever when they would kick us. Normally the ECU versus UConn game would end up on CBS Sports, even though we had an ESPN contract.
Just a bone to pick on that. It always aggravates me that we cannot do any live game shots because ESPN owns the right to them. I cannot take a picture. I cannot, I can't even have the camera over my shoulder and then playing in the background. They'll get upset about it. But on Facebook, I could stream the whole thing. Just shared it to the website. You know what I mean? And so I'm wondering if that's going to be the way of the future a little bit. College football in general does not need the revenue from ESPN. Yeah, I shouldn't say they do need it, but they don't need it. They're not too worried about it. ESPN to me kind of sucks the fun out of college football. And I'd love to see, especially with the NIL coming around, that I'd love to see Rajay Harris doing live streams from the sideline right after a game like that. That'd be fun to me, but there ain't no way it's going to happen with them.
Yeah, there's no way that's gonna be a thing.
Man, exciting night. Now we gotta go to bed and get up in the morning. That's gonna be a hard way to go to bed, but it's great for the kids. I'm happy for them. Great for the fan base. I think a couple of, people are going to step back from the ledge a little bit and be maybe more positive about the season. I'm looking at the schedule again. I mean, we got to find 5 more wins. I see one next week. I feel good about Tulane, but then I see UCF, Houston, feel good about South Florida and Temple, but now we're going to steal a win from Memphis, Navy or Cincinnati. So hopefully we'll make it.
Oh yeah. I think that we can pull out 5 wins off of the back of this game. I think we can.
Yeah, I hope so. That would be amazing. All right, man. Well, have a good night. And I'm
Same
glad
to you.
that we could see each other again. Have to wait till Thursday.
Yeah. So everybody who's watching on this stream right now, remember that on Thursdays we have a live show. It's at 9:10 p.m. We try to go live at about 9:10, just because we have other obligations on the week. But catch us live and join our show, and make sure that if you comment, you can end up on the screen just like this. So, but we'll see you guys on Thursday.
Man, good job, man. I'll see you on Thursday.